this major storm in the Northeast. This is going to be the last and final update on this. And then my final rainfall, I'll give it to you in whatever it's going to be the next video and add that in. So, yes, we are talking about the nighttime of this storm because it is actually, I'm doing this very late because I want to make sure I give you guys the most information on this. But this is going to be a very um long potential video. I'm gonna try and make this, as detailed as possible for the rest of the night for you guys to understand what to expect when you wake up and into tomorrow. So this is a very large system once again with a coastal low starting to really make its form off the coastal areas, really showing on radar already. You can tell where the low is, you can tell with some things. I'm gonna refresh this, and yes, things have changed. Scranton, you guys are now in the line with the snow, even south of you guys. You can see in our radar, but I'm running at 43, 42 degrees now. So it is definitely continuing to drop, and I'm expecting it to continue to drop. And yeah, it's very crazy what I'm going to be talking about because, yes, you can tell Scranton, you guys are in a valley, so it is raining. But in the mountains up here, just south of Scranton, you guys are actually snowing with the wet snow. And it's been moving closer and closer to the Poconos. I mean, you look, maybe not in the last run, but if you go back a few runs, you can tell where, the snow just continues to add. And you can tell the big difference with that, addition to the snow. It's very interesting watching the snow really go from what it looked like that and watch that southern area of Scranton really just widen out in coverage with the snow. I do think soon this will all turn into snow, even for you, Scranton, in the valleys. And I mean, upstate New York, you guys are snowing like crazy. Albany, pouring rain, but just west of you guys, it is snowing very heavy. Northern Pennsylvania, north of Scranton, snowing pretty good rates. Central PA, snow slash rain, depends where you are. I was kind of expecting that to, turn into all snow, but I mean, I haven't really done that yet. I don't know if it's just gonna come in all in one radar frame. Backside here, West Virginia, West Maryland, West Baltimore, you guys are really snowing pretty good. And I mean, this is the leftover, the moisture on the system. And it's making its progress. And it's making its movement, it's making its progress, but you still got a lot of moisture to deal with. And I do expect areas to be impacted across the Northeast here. So let's just update this here. A big thing I would say, those winds have definitely gotten stronger. That's definitely correct. Those winds have gotten stronger. I think. Let me just go out here for a second. No, they haven't taken that out. I thought they took out the flood watch, but not to it. How much rain do you think we've gotten so far? I would like you guys to comment in that. How much rain do you think we're gonna end up with? Um, at the end of the storm, and maybe how much snow? If you guys even want to add that in. For the snow, I mean, it's gonna be a tough call. I really do think because I mean I'm still watching it and stuff, but like it's gonna be a very interesting. It's gonna be an interesting night. I do think, depending on the temperature and stuff. I mean, is it gonna drop quickly enough? I do think it is possible, but like I think it needs to drop just a little bit more faster to really get into some of those accumulating at adding snooze. But we go to 3Z is the brand new fresh, and you tell it does make itself into eastern Pennsylvania, even central New Jersey, and it snows for maybe a few hours, but like not as what we were expecting before. Total snowfall on the herd, maybe eastern New Jersey getting up to 1 to 2 inches. Maybe these areas getting up to an inch. But northern PA definitely seeing up to those 3 to 5 inches, maybe even 6 to 7 in spots. That is the thing I'm gonna be like really discussing here. How far south does that rain and snow line does make it? The wind gust is going to be another thing. Really trying to pick up. It will continue to pick up, and especially tomorrow, it will stay quite windy. So be prepared for that. At least winds up to 30 to 40, maybe some spots reaching to 40 to 50 miles an hour. Along the coast, you guys are really going to be dealing with those winds. This is the brand new NAM, and I mean, maybe a few hours of that snow in eastern PA, eastern no, I mean Western New Jersey. But you continue to look maybe in the Mass, upstate New York, Vermont. We'll get into it more, but big thing I would, you know, it's kind of hard because you tell same thing with the her. She was maybe 1 to 3 inches, but very weirdly localized, and then up to here maybe 6 to 10 inches for the mountains of Mount Poconos. I don't think it'll be that much. I think the herd is kind of more right on that. But I mean, you have to just be mindful and prepared. This is that wind, and that wind is expected to continue to strengthen throughout the night, and especially when that snow switches. But in the New England area, definitely dealing maybe up to 60, 70 miles an hour. Wind gusts, maybe even higher in as it really moves off when it's like this. Maybe it's 80 to 85 miles an hour is very possible. How much more rain do you is expected on the models? Um, that would be in precipitation, total accumulation. So maybe additional in spots with precip. In the New England area, another 3 to 4 inches. New York City, maybe another 1 to 2. Eastern Pennsylvania, Central Pennsylvania, an inch to maybe an inch and a half more. Upstate New York, you guys are pretty much majority of snow now, but these areas maybe another inch or two. On this model, the herd has for the rest of the rain. Total cumulative, yeah, a little bit less in Eastern PA, maybe more like a half an inch to an inch. Eastern New Jersey, 1 to 2 inches. New England, once again, 2 to 4 inches more. So, and that's whatever rainfall that has fallen. So you can add that stuff on with it. So that's going to be very important. Um, mm, that's going to be very interesting. I don't even want to really look at these other models because what's the point of looking at them when you already got a gist of them? You know what I mean? That's the thing I'm saying. Is it really that worth it to look at the other models? There. I'm just updating that, so just give it 1 second. Yeah, those temperatures are definitely dropping. Those temperatures continue to drop. And I mean, a new frame on the radar came out, and it just continues to add that snow, and that snow just continues to inch closer and closer to the Poconos. And the western area, I'm very surprised. It is not budging really. It is sticking with its spot. Maybe there and there adding little specks of blue, but majority of it, nothing big. Albany, you guys are like pouring rain. You guys are in a weird situation. New England getting slammed by heavy rain and wind. That cold front has made it through. So I do expect those temperatures to drop. I do expect those temperatures to drop pretty dramatically across the Northeast. Um, let's see. Um, let's look at satellite imagery. Oh, look at that. That's the storm system. It's gonna be very interesting seeing how it's gonna continue. We got some more mesoscales, but the main models we use now is the radar and her. I mean, this model definitely shows that Eastern PA2 getting in on that, but those winds are gonna be cranking. That's another thing. Please be careful with those winds. Those winds are gonna be really cranking in the next coming days. But look at Mount Pocono. You guys are so close of reaching that snow line. It's just I don't know. It's just very weird how the radar looks. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to look like that. It's very spotty on the snow, but that rainfall continues. You know, quite moderately. I'm surprised Harrisburg area hasn't really switched yet because those temperatures have dropped. I mean, pretty impressively too. I would say. Let me see if I can find. Hmm. Yeah, you can tell those temperatures have really. Yeah, you can tell those temperatures just continue on falling. Especially from earlier to now, like, I mean, goddamn. Much more colder. That wind speed, too, has started to crank up. I mean, if the radar is actually going to work, just give it a second. I don't know why the radar is not doing its job. Oh, wow. Oh, now I know why it's not fully snow. That actually makes more sense. Why it hasn't even turned to full snow. It's because the temperatures didn't really get to drop there yet. It's still in the low 40s to upper 30s. Hasn't fully dropped yet there, but where I am at, it is coming pretty quickly, that temperature drop. Continuing to march its way towards this way. Okay. Okay, what happened to this? Let's just redo this. I'm just gonna redo it. I'm not even gonna bother with that. Just give it a few seconds to load in. That wind though is definitely beginning to crank quite a bit. Maybe not as much, Mount Pocono's definitely windy right now up there. It's still windy around here too. I just like keep looking at the temperatures. I'm waiting into that temperature, continue. It just needs to continue to drop for that snow to continue make its way. Yeah, still about like 42 degrees. Definitely lower, but it is not enough to bring that snow in just yet. But you can tell in each radar scan, it's moving the line, and I'm just very curious because if it just starts snowing, then things are gonna get going pretty quick. With the wind and stuff, it's gonna look pretty good, cool. But I don't feel like waiting all night either. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm talking about. Like, that rain is coming from the south. Another radar scan didn't really do too much with the snow. Keeping it, yeah, keeping it like that. Um, I would say just be careful on radar though. It can definitely out of nowhere like fill in like I saw before. Like it filled in like where my cursor is, all this in one frame. That could be coming soon. I feel it just depends with the temperature and with those heavier rain and with that crashing temp. It does help sometimes with the addition with the snow. So keep that on a watch. Those temperatures, latest update just continues to drop. It's nothing else you can really do. Just watch that temperature inch its way in. Let me look at some other areas. I'm looking on my phone, by the way, like Pullman, Summit. It's actually, East Stroudsburg, 43. Greencastle, 36. Where's Greencastle at? Is it raining or snow? Oh, it's raining. Banger. You guys are running at 44, still very warm. Scranton, 38. But you guys are in a valley where, I'm not surprised. But it is working itself and just oh, it actually did update by, it actually when it did the new frame came out, if you zoom in, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell it. It's so close, but it's so far at the same time. I'm just curious with that. Whoa, oh my god. I thought it turned 8:30. I was going to say 30. Yeah, it feels like 35 in the area, though. Just continues to lightly rain, but I'm probably gonna be going soon because I'm not gonna stay on here for like 30 minutes. I don't want to bore you guys out with this, but this is probably it, the last video of this storm. So whatever happens, I will update you guys tomorrow and give you guys the totals and everything on everything. So stay tuned, be careful, watch out, and be safe. Bye.